Which handwriting is better, the good and the beautiful or handwriting without tears? In this video, I'm going to share them both with you, plus my opinion after using them both for many years. Hey guys, it's Bonnie from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool, and today I want to share with you the two most popular handwriting books. Well, they're the most popular to me anyway, The Good and the Beautiful and Handwriting Without Tears. I want to compare them and show you the inside of them and let you know my opinion after using both of them, which one I think is better for teaching your child how to write. If you're new to my channel, I'm a homeschooling mom who's been homeschooling since 2012, and I make videos to help you on your homeschooling journey. So make sure you check out my playlist and all my other videos for more information. And if you like what you see, please be sure to subscribe. This is The Good and the Beautiful Handwriting Level 2. And in this level, they're teaching kids how to write letters and numbers, writing short words, tracing words and sentences, and spelling numbers. They're mixing capital and lowercase, uppercase and lowercase numbers together. And as you can see in each page, there's an opportunity for the child to either draw or color or do both. That is one thing that kids love about this handwriting, that it mixes the art, giving their hands a break from writing the letters, and they get to do a little bit of artwork. So this handwriting includes images, artwork, poetry, Bible verses and quotes, and it supports high character faith, nature, and creativity. The sentence that they have to copy says, "Be nice, try hard, pray often." Here's just to draw a picture of a waterfall, a lake, or forest. And here it says color the bird and then draw a scene by adding clouds and water. We'll skip ahead a little bit more. Here it says God loves me, don't quit. So it's all positive messages that they're copying. I love my family, love and faith. It integrates spelling and grammar practice. We'll find some of that. Possibly, like here, you have uppercase letter, starting a sentence with an uppercase letter and ending with a punctuation mark, which is all they're going to really be learning at this level. So when they're doing the sentences, there's not a lot of grammar in this level. Each book has around 100 pages, which is about 3 to 4 sheets per week for a typical school year. Level 2 is basically just refining print formation. Now let's look at Handwriting Without Tears, Level 2, which is called Printing Power. Now, when you go on the Handwriting Without Tears website, you find a lot more details about how they do their handwriting. So I'm going to read it to you as we flip the pages here. It says that pre-K to 5 students move through a developmentally appropriate teaching order from capital to lowercase and cursive letters. In the beginning of their book, you're going to see exactly what they're going to be learning and the different type of writing activities. So this one, for their level 2, has a lot more grammar to it. They have writing magic C letters, punctuation ending. They have rhymes, singular and plural words. They have paragraphs. They have homophones. There's some sign language. They have a friendly letter, words and dates, apostrophe, geography, capitalization rules, alliteration, C words, oceans and continents. So theirs is a little bit more academic in terms of what they have the kids copying. So it starts simple, where they're just drawing lines and making holes and things like that. And then their method is frog jumps, which I love because it reminds the kids how to write. So in the handwriting for The Good and the Beautiful, it's just telling you to trace things. But I mean, it does give the number order, but in Handwriting Without Tears, it teaches you frog jump capitals, magic C letters, which are all the letters that start with the letter C first, like A's and D's and B's and things like that. And then the frog jump capitals has the child start at the corner, big line down, frog jump up, little line, little line. So it's a good way to have them memorize how to do these letters. So you have all of your frog jump capitals, and they have little games too. So the parent would say, there's also a teacher's guide, which I never get. So There's probably more involved with that too, but it's just too much for handwriting for me, so I don't even do it. Here I would tell them start at the corner and then make a big line down, frog jump back to the starting corner, and then the teacher is to tell what letter. And it has to be one of the frog jump capital letters. And then these are center starting letters. You have starting corner capitals. Then you have all of your capital reviews. Then it reviews the numbers. And then it just always reminds the kids, you know, to start at the top. It reminds them to bump the lines. Like over here, it talks about be sure to bump your lines as 2 bumper cars. And here's the magic C bunny, teaches, you know, a C, magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, and then back down for your little A. And then it has similar with the lowercase d, so it teaches them all the magic C type letters that start with a C. This design helps children master handwriting skills in the easiest, most efficient way. Instead of teaching 52 letter symbols with a mishmash of different sizes, positions, and confusing starting places, we divide and conquer. So that's talking about doing capital to lowercase and then over to cursive after. You can see here that they're starting to do paragraphs. Let's see, the good and the beautifuls. Okay, they have paragraphs too, but you're tracing the paragraph in the good and the beautiful. And here's, it's a sentence, but not a paragraph. So it's longer sentences, but not so much a paragraph. This is an actual paragraph. And then you have the sign language as well. The letters for the sign language. Okay, so what else does it say? It says the black and white pages in our student editions are clean and clear. The simple design is appealing to students, inviting them to color and draw once they finish each lesson, which my daughter does. She finishes her lessons and then she colors it in. So in a way you do kind of still get that art that the good and the beautiful has. This one they have to write a letter. The illustrations serve multiple purposes, reinforcing the letter sound and promoting left to right directionality that encourages correct visual tracking and writing direction. I'm just going to give you my opinion now. I think that handwriting with tears is a lot better for learning handwriting than the good and the beautiful handwriting is. So why do I have them both? Because I start my kids when they're learning how to write print, so they're level 1, their first book, I use handwriting without tears. This one is to refine if my kids have sloppy handwriting still. Like for example, my son, when he moved on to, he learned handwriting through the good and the beautiful, and his handwriting is not very neat. I can barely understand it, so I had him go back and do the level 2 print with handwriting without tears instead of moving to cursive, because I'm trying to get him to learn to form his letters properly. I wish I started with level 1 with him. My girls, both of them, I started with handwriting without tears. I also know that boys tend to have sloppier handwriting, but their handwriting is like really neat compared to my son, who started with the good and the beautiful handwriting. However, because they do enjoy this handwriting so much, after they've learned, I have them move over to here. I just have to always make sure that I check that it's neat. Like this page here was done sloppily, so I went back and I checked the writing. So what I need to do, and what I recommend you guys do, is like no matter what handwriting your kid is doing when they're learning, that you actually sit with them. So what I tend to do is I give it to them and I go do something else. But I think that's why my son's handwriting isn't that great, because I never checked to see how he was forming the letters, making sure he formed them correctly, and he forms most of his backwards, which makes them really sloppy. So I would recommend sitting with your child as they're doing their handwriting pages to make sure that they are actually forming the letters the way that they're supposed to form them, because if not, they're not going to get that neat handwriting. So if you want a handwriting a handwriting curriculum that's going to teach like really good handwriting, you're going to go with the handwriting without tears. If your kids have pretty good handwriting, you just want them to continue to practice, and you want something that they may enjoy more, I would go with the good and the beautiful. So that is my opinion. And these are The Good and the Beautiful and Handwriting Without Tears books. What do you guys think? Which one did you guys, after watching this video, which one did you think was better? The Good and the Beautiful or Handwriting Without Tears? Let me know in the comments below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.